I suppose I could cover one more thing in this video, and that is how to build and use an anvil. I don't know if I have quite enough iron for it. We're just beginning. Let's see what we have. So I'm going to need 3 iron blocks. You make an iron block by doing that. You know what? Let's turn off mobs. Hostile creatures, 0. Now we don't have to listen to Mr. Zombie talking to us. Could have done that ages ago, but I wanted to give you a sense of danger. Looks like we have just enough. So, by the way, blocks, there are various blocks in the game that you can build. Gold blocks, iron blocks, obviously. You can also do this type of block. If you take 9 wheat and run the wheat across, you can actually get a hay bale, which is just essentially a block of wheat. Redstone, you can make a block of redstone, and this allows for more efficient storage. In many cases, that's its only purpose. But in a number of cases, there's a secondary purpose to having a block. In this case, to build an anvil, you go 3 blocks across the top, and then you build a little base there with 4 pieces of iron. That gives you an anvil, an absolutely essential item for the game. Where should we build our anvil? Well, I like to build it near my crafting setup. Another good place to put it might be, near your enchanting table. This is close enough. Also, let's make this more direct. There we go. Now we can get things done. I'll light right there too, even though it's not necessary. I just like torching to either side of every door. It's just a habit. Alright. Okay, and 3 iron ingots left to spare. Well, I suppose we just mined up some iron. Yay. Let's go ahead and cook some iron ingots. Let's see. Looking good. This is perfect. Bear with me here for a moment. Let's make an iron pick. Brand new, clean. When you enchant something, you want to enchant something that's either at full green or almost full green on its bar, like this diamond pick, or something that's absolutely untouched, like this iron pick. Okay. I don't want to put silk touch on the iron pick. Seems kind of a waste. I want a diamond pick for that. So let's go. Let's get something else. Sharpness 2. I don't know. Protection 1 is going to be essential to my armor. I want to have protection 4 diamond armor. But for now, let's just do something simple. How about this? How about sweeping edge 2? That's kind of cool. It's not what I might normally go for, but it's good enough. Recollect that iron. I also got us, when we cook something, it gets us some XP. Get a little bit of wood. Sweeping edge, as you may have guessed, is a weapon enchantment. So I'm going to build an iron sword just for the occasion. So I craft my sword here. This is why I like to have a crafting table near the anvil. And the way we put a book enchantment onto a sword is or onto anything, is we put in the book. Oh, I did them in reverse order. Always forget that. We put in the item to be enchanted. We put in the book. And what will it give us? An iron sword with sweeping edge too. You can also see how these enchanting items have a little shimmer to them. That's how you can tell that it's an enchanting item. Hover over it, and it tells you what it is. Also, let's say that I get a really good sword that I love, and it's like diamond, sweeping edge 4, if that exists. it's just, you know, or it gives me sharpness 4, and it's just a really badass sword. And I want to name it something. Well, I could do that. Now do that when I enchant. It'll cost me a little more. I can call this whatever I want. That's a bit much for an iron sword of sweeping edge, but hey, how about sweeping sword? How about that? Now, that costs me a little more in enchanting, but now I can just see the name of it and I know what it does. Okay, so for example, let's say, I'm just scrolling through. Normally, that would just say iron sword, right? And it wouldn't tell me what the enchantment is. But since I gave it a name that specifies its enchantment, I know what it does at a glance without having to hit the inventory screen, go here. Because later, you might have different weapons that have different enchantments on them. And you're definitely going to do that with your picks. Your picks are going to have different enchantments, and you're going to swap between picks as you go. So you might be digging along mining, and we'll go over this in detail in a later tutorial, advanced mining, and you might be collecting, you know, using your Silk Touch pick to collect a lot of smooth stone, right? But then you come upon diamond. Well, you don't want to, you probably, unless you want to collect diamond ore as it is, which is fine, you probably don't want to use your Silk Touch pick on that. You want to put your Fortune 3 pick on that and get 2 to 3 diamonds out of each ore, right? And so you would switch over to your other pick at that moment, just like I'm switching between swords now to get that diamond. Okay, we've been doing that a little already, switching between the stone pick and the iron pick, right? But you know, it'll change as you continue to get your enchantment setup going. So that's it. We have entered more advanced Minecrafting now by having this enchanting setup. And we definitely are going to make life easier. Although this is going to be a significant, what's the right word? Investment. We're going to invest a good bit of time in collecting XP and making more enchantments and enchanting books and such. Oh, I said I was going to end this tutorial 10 minutes ago, but there's so much to explain. The other thing that you want to know is that you can combine enchantments on books. I don't know if I can illustrate that now or not. Let me try. See how lucky we get. This'll work, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Not my favorite weapon, but actually Fire Aspect 2 will serve us well. Because then when we kill cattle, it cooks the, it'll cook the meat for us when we kill the cattle. That's the main reason I use it. Okay. This is a weapon enchantment, Fire Aspect 2. This is a weapon enchantment, Bane of Arthropods 1. I normally wouldn't combine these, but just for the sake of showing you, if I put one book here and another book here, I can combine them. Notice, if I swap out the order, some orders cost more than others. I want the cheapest order, so always test and try to get the cheapest order. It'll give me the same overall effect. So now, when I put this book on an item, it will give that weapon both Fire Aspect 1 and Bane of Arthropods 1. But I don't want to take that because I'm not interested in expending even one level to make such an enchantment book. Another point, and I wish I had the right thing to show you this. You know what, I might. Let's take one more shot at this. We have a book left. Hey, we got lucky. Okay, perfect. Notice that I got another Protection 1 book, right? If I combine those two, guess what I get? I get Protection 2. If I combine two Protection 2s, I get a protection 3, and if I combine 2 protection 3s, I get protection 4, which is what I'm ultimately aiming for. So one thing I like to do is just do a whole bunch of enchanting, get a whole bunch of protection 1 books, and combine them up until I finally get a protection 4 book. And I take that and I will put that on a set of diamond armor, right? And ultimately, I'd like to get at least 2, maybe 3 protection 4 books to put on my different pieces of armor, at which point I'll be all but indestructible. Then we can go down into that cave nearby, and we can handle those mobs that have been talking to us. Let's go ahead and make that book. There it is. Notice all of this is costing me XP. We were at 30 levels of XP. Now we're down to 12. All right. Well, that's Enchanting 101. I hope that you found this tutorial useful, and I hope it helps you have a more productive, easier life as you play through Minecraft Survival Mode. Until next time, I'm Adam Mantarks, and this has been Minecraft 102.